Hey guys, happy Sunday. This is an early edition, and I see my face is moving slow. I see I'm talking, and my lips are still moving after I finish saying what I'm saying. So anyway, welcome to a special edition of In the Art Room with Nima. I am your host, Nima Shiningstar-el. Welcome. Happy Sunday. It's about 10 a.m. my time. And I'm coming on here live a few minutes early. I have an interview at 10 a.m. with none other than Chef Kareem. Yes, Chef Kareem, who is going to be serving up a tasty interview. So, now, don't tell anybody. I'm going to tell y'all a secret before he gets here, but only you guys will know. He won't know until after this is aired. I can't find my questions. So, I'm a little ill-prepared, so I'm going to do what I normally do, which is wing it. I'm going to wing it, which is something I like to do anyway, because sometimes, it could be a little fun. So what I'm going to do is, while I'm waiting for him and waiting for some people to come on, I just wanted to kind of test this out and see if it was running properly. Like I always say, I check out a lot of lives. I checked out lives on Instagram over the weekend, on Facebook, and I think I only saw one live last night with a sister, with a king and a queen that I'm familiar with, that are friends of mine, that I love very dearly. They were doing some poetry. That's the only live that I saw that went crystal clear, uninterrupted, no buffering, no pauses, no anything. And I was like, wow, but it is what it is, and we will do what we do and make it work how it works. So we're going to be on my live, and if that doesn't work, then we will switch to Chef Kareem's live, or his IG page, I should say. We're going to start on my IG page, and then we're going to go to his IG page. I am having me a cup of tea. Shout out to my cousin Beat-Ow, who I was just talking to not too long ago. Peppermint tea, yes. So I just made me a cup of peppermint tea. So I'm excited about that. Shout out to my cousin Beat-Ow, who loves peppermint tea along with me. And peace and blessings, my sister queen, my ruby sister, my sister from another mother. Peace and blessings, my queen. People, the Most High, I'm going to tell you, the Most High is awesome. People say, God is good. Yeah, God is good, but he's awesome. He's amazing. He's amazing. That's how that goes. So, like I said, I came on here a little earlier so I could test the waters to make sure I'm not buffering or doing any of that. But if that doesn't work, if I start buffering or whatever, and I see my guest right now, if I start buffering, then we will switch to his IG Live, Chef Kareem's IG Live. And we're doing it a little early, so I know a lot of people didn't get the memo, but that's okay. You'll see it on the replay. So I'm having my peppermint tea, and I'm going to bring Chef Kareem on. And I just told them a secret, Chef Kareem, so you don't know about it, but you'll see it after we air. But I'm going to tell you now. So Chef Kareem, I'm going to send you a request to bring you into the live. Let's see if I can do that, because y'all know I'm still kind of newbie and wet behind the ears when it comes to this. So again, if I start doing too much buffering, then we're going to switch to his IG Live. Okay, this is Chef Kareem. You definitely want to go to his page. Let me see. Can I do this? Okay, let's see. Here we go. See how that works. Let's see how that works. And I'll tell him the secret once he comes on. I'll let him know what's happening once he comes on. Ooh, look at you all in the sun.
I can't stand you.
All in the ground.
I can't stand you.
Yesterday,
you know I had to get a little bit of the ambiance. I wanted to make sure I was in a well-lit place and stuff like that. And I went on interruptions and stuff like that, so...
Well, I just told the people that if I start buffering and all of that, we will switch to your IG. Ladies and gentlemen, This is Chef Kareem. This is my cousin. Certified paperwork, come from a long line of cooks, because you know a lot of
Listen.
people cook they face off, but he got the paperwork also to back him up. Like Beyonce, he walked like this because so
Thank you.
here's the secret, and I'm going to tell you. I had, because I was trying to be professional, because people said that they love the way I just ad lib and things like that. But I try to be professional and write my questions down. But I'm gonna show y'all. This is my IG live book, and I'm gonna show you what happened to the questions.
You know.
I accidentally ripped them out, so they're not there. So we are going to start this interview. Before we start buffering, and if we do, we go on to Chef Kareem's page. So,
Okay.
Chef Kareem, thank you for joining Nima in the art room. How are you?
I'm doing good, cousin. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And like I said, I always love what you do, the positivity, the thrive. I try to, emulate and do the same thing just to give back to our society. It's more of a total whole picture. You know what I mean? So I'm like so on the page with you, and I love your guests
Wow.
and stuff like that, and everything that you have going on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to jump right into it because I've been trying to get there. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, why is she on so early? Guys, I sent the memo. I know a lot of you aren't up. Trust me, the only reason why I'm up is because he's professional. It's like, whoa. So I jumped in the shower, brushed my teeth. I put some coconut oil on my face.
Listen, and I've been knocking Zima in all night and things and everything like that because all our skin been breaking out. My fault. But we
That's
getting
all
back on
right.
the right track.
That's all right. So I'm going to jump right into this. I know you have your questions, but I'm going to ask you, and I know I'm going to hit the mark eventually. How long have you been cooking professionally?
So I have been cooking for 10 years professionally as a chef and then 20 years overall.
Sheesh.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And let me just add on a little bit, just a little backstory. I love like how you can just take a raw product, the art form. It's just people don't think about it. Like cooking is like a science. I'm scientific. I'm creative. I'm innovative. So all that I literally put into my culinary skills and my cooking and stuff like that. And it's really been happening since the beginning. So actually, it plays a part. When I was 7 years old and stuff like that, I started, cooking around in the kitchen. My mom and stuff like that influencing me getting in there and stuff like that. Because a lot of people back in that day and stuff like that, they ran us away
I'm
from the
sending some
kitchen.
invites. Talking. I'm sending invites.
Okay. Yes. A lot of them, kept us away from the kitchen. So to be honest, that I didn't really get that, that what I needed until, more and more and more as I pushed, because a lot of people tried to, skim me in the kitchen or keep me in the kitchen and stuff like that. My mom was just like, no, get my son out of there, get my son out of there, because that was the way, of, past times and stuff like that. Men stayed out of the kitchen, women were in the kitchen and stuff like that. So just, little by little, I was 7 years old getting in the kitchen and stuff like that, cooking eggs and stuff like that. My mom would show me. So just the fact that you can crack a raw form of an egg and stuff like that and then have it come out tasteful, flavorful, and everything like that. And then the fact that people when they eat your food and stuff like that, it's a total experience after the fact. Laughing, talking, all of the everything that I love. I love to watch somebody eat and stuff like that.
Let
So
me
it's a whole
tell you.
experience.
Yes, yeah. I love the way you're describing this because I'm like, oh, he is describing that so
I'm
beautiful.
descriptive.
Like, okay.
You
And I'm
gotta
gonna tell
love what
you
you
that.
do.
Yeah, and that was a thing, when we were coming up. It was a thing, men,
Hmm.
in the living room, in the dining room, women in the kitchen, and so forth. And I'm glad that we are no longer like that. And I'm gonna tell you, so many problems can be resolved over a good meal, like the movie Soul Food. That is so,
Yes.
especially in our family, we have a huge family on both sides. Like half of us don't even know each other
Not
because
at
it's so
all. It's so many.
many. But when you do get together, whatever's going on in the family, grandma, great grandma, it's like even I do it because I've taken after my mom and my grandmother. Even I did it. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Everybody, shut up. I'm cooking. And you put that food on the table, and whatever's going on, all of a sudden, this is all you hear. You hear the forks and
Get
the knives and the
that.
spoons, and it's quiet. Then all of
Yep.
a sudden, people get that flavor in their mouth. Then they're like, well, what I was saying is now we can talk. Now we
Right.
can kind of goose
Right.
out for a minute.
And that's exactly how I go.
Like,
Now, what I was
yeah, like,
saying
come on, Big Mama.
was, oh my goodness, it is so
Yes,
true. I'm telling you, it's so true right there. And I'm telling you, that's how healing happens and stuff like that.
yes,
And that's
yes,
the
yes.
and even with relationships, they say a meal is the closest thing to a man's heart and stuff like that.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. Usually on Sundays, I send some invites. So even if they don't get them right now, they'll get them when they wake
Okay.
up or whatever. But I'm only up on Sundays when somebody's cooking breakfast for me and bringing me breakfast
I
in
know
bed.
that's right. See,
Just so
now you
y'all
make
know.
me feel bad.
No, 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 no. All right, let me move to the next question. Nope. Okay. So my next question was, even though you've been cooking for over 20 years, what made you decide to go to school? What made you, because some people could say, look, I cook, that's what I do. And people will buy, meals. You can cook, they're going to buy your food regardless.
hmm
What made you decide to take it to another level educationally?
Well, like you said, with these questions, you're gonna hit the nail on the head and stuff like that. Sue, I'm listening and everything like that, and you exactly did that. You hit the nail right on the head. So for me, it was more important because of what's going on right now in my skin or whatever.
Mm,
Listen, it was more, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right there. It was important for me culturally or whatever like that because we are in. Let's just go ahead and speak facts like that. It was important
yes.
for me to get the paper behind what I was doing because so many people do things and so many of our people do things, but they don't have everything lined up properly paperwork wise. And I'm not trying
Okay.
to be funny. A lot of that is because the system is like I don't like to throw the race card, but I am like what I'm gonna get it and stuff like that. But it is created and stuff like that, almost like it's meant to prevent people in general from doing things. And there's different systems too, depending on where you are at and stuff like that. And even right
Come
now,
on now, talk about it. Come on now.
even in Atlanta, Georgia, right there, it seems like there's for one thing if you want to do something like that, like it's almost like a hiccup or like that, like okay, now I gotta do this, now I gotta do that, now it's just like y'all didn't sit up there and think about the process of one thing, how to get from here to there and stuff like that, to just go ahead and make these. And I understand that the world is changing and evolving and stuff like that, but still, it's a lot of stuff that people has been doing, and it's like you're railroaded, like every little inch of the business or whatever like that. You're doing. It's just like, well, am I ever going to get now? I have to keep renewing and stuff like that, but the different places, do different things. So even in different states like that, there's different standards or whatever like that. And it just seems like Atlanta point blank want to have their money in every bit of your pocket, your side pocket, your front pocket, your back pocket. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So let me
Hmm.
just get back to the original question and stuff like that. For me, it was very important as a black man like that to know what I'm doing or like that both ways, educationally,
Right,
have the paper or like that, and of
right,
course, actually, know what I'm doing and stuff like that. Make sure that flavor profile and everything like that is set.
right,
So
right.
yeah, it was
I
definitely
understand it.
important for me to do that.
I understand it, and I appreciate you saying that because, like I said, a lot of people can cook, really cook. A lot of people can do things, and people will pay money. But it's good to have certain things to back you up, especially in this day and age, because at every moment or every corner they're trying to, you know, slow
And
you
let
down,
and
stop you,
And
whatever.
I
Go
just
ahead.
was going to add on too that most people are like, oh, I don't need the paper and stuff like that, and that is true. I'm not gonna lie. Like I am seeing that school is just opens you up. It is just a piece of paper, but they respect you when you had that piece of paper. They respect you when you
Right.
had that piece of paper, and they can't take it away from you and stuff like that. And then it's just they respect you like that, and more opportunities open up for you and stuff like that when you have that
Yes.
paper. Because
Yes.
and I
Yes.
actually can give a point blank example in my previous school, Le Cordon Bleu. If you look it up, there's been a lot of controversy with that school between
Ooh,
them, Le Cordon Bleu, and Tucker, Georgia.
okay, I'm
Yes, yes, and that is, of course, people look at it like the Paris, of school, right? That the
Yeah, the
most,
Paris of the cooking and all that.
right, right, and people frown down on that because it's a big name and stuff like that, but people don't take away what they need from it. So because people
Okay.
don't take what they need from away from it, they go out there into the world and they start talking about like, yeah, I was, taught Le Cordon Bleu, and they don't know what they're doing, and then now, yeah, you're making yourself look bad, and you're making the name look bad. But I ain't trying to be funny.
Okay.
Even if you was graduated from Harvard University or from any of them top names, you still got to prove yourself. You still got to
Yes.
prove yourself at the end of
Yes.
the day when you go into that job.
Yes.
You can get the
Yes.
opportunity. They can give it to you, and you can have the title. But at the end of the day, you got to show and prove and give them
Yes.
what they need.
Yes.
And that's what's
Yes.
happening nowadays. People are getting the title. They don't have the performance. People are getting the title. They don't have the knowledge of what they're doing and stuff like that. So
Yes.
it's just crazy. And I just wanted to piggyback one more thing going back into my example at that at Le Cordon Bleu. There was actually a few chefs that literally um, had to step down or either were fired from that organization because they didn't have the proper paperwork and stuff like that. Because now, yeah, times are going
Okay.
to where now we have to operate this business, and in order to operate this business, everybody has to be certified. Everybody has to have their degrees. Everybody has to have, whatever it is, whether you're in the medical field or education and stuff like that. They have to
Right.
have those certifications now. To where
Right.
back
Right.
in the
Right.
day, they was 20 and 30 years on the job doing the job and stuff like that, and didn't
Right.
need the paperwork.
Right. You could get what
So,
they call grandfathered
yep.
into a position.
Yes,
Father into
yes,
a position.
yes.
And some places, they still do that depending on, but you definitely need that paperwork. But I like what you said about even if you could go to Harvard, you could go to community. It doesn't matter where you go. Peace and blessings. Shout out to everybody that yes, yes, yes. Your energy must match your position. Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Chef
I like
Kareem.
that. I like that.
He blessed us with being on here today. And I just want to say before I jump back in there, a lot of times, even in my field, I've worked in human services for years, and I love what I do. I love where I
People.
work. Yes, I'm a people person. I always did. I'm like, first I was, I was a CNA. I worked in hospitals. I did home health aid. And every time I was a teacher, every time I tried to get away from it and do something different, I'm like, I'm always in a position of
You
caring
know
for somebody
what?
or helping somebody, caring for them as little
See,
children when they come into
listen.
the world, or elderly as they leave this world or whatever. So I said, I know my lane. That's my lane. But a lot of people at my former jobs, they would come in with these big degrees, but people like me would have to teach them the ropes. They would have to keep
Yes.
coming back. And I'm like, well, you have these, and I get it now. It's like the piece of paper gets you in the door. That's
Yes.
experience is the best
Yes. It is.
teacher. Show and prove. You
Mm-hmm.
have people like me sitting to the side like, oh, I don't know, because I
Mm-hmm.
used to I used to have
And you
this
can
thing.
be honest, because they do that. Like, oh, you got
Yeah,
this
I
high
used to
minded
do
degree, and
that.
I got to
God
teach
forgive
you.
me. Yeah, God forgive me, but I used to do that. Like, come on now, I've
Mm.
trained you for like 2 months, and you walking around like you know everything. And 6 months down the line, you feel like, can you tell me? Can
Yep.
you show me? And I used to have a thing where I used to be like, oh, I don't know. And then I said, no, that's not right because everybody needs help. So
No,
I'm gonna talk
everybody
to you.
has to learn.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off that and I'm gonna move to the next question while we still doing good. I shouldn't talk about it on the buffering, but I'm gonna move on because we doing good. The next question I have for you is, and I know I'm going out of line or whatever, but what advice would you give to someone right now watching this or that will watch this later on that want to go into this field of culinary arts? What advice would you give them?
I would definitely give anybody, excuse me, I would definitely give advice to anyone that is looking to go into any career, and especially this one, to do your research. Do your research, because if you don't know what you're signing up for, that's how a lot of people just get into a pattern or a domino effect of just being inconsistent and, not committing to one thing, is because they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. Culinary,
Oh,
industry is a very aggressive, very forward industry, to where it's sink or swim. A lot of people, they have their pride and stuff like that, and these big egos and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I got a backbone or whatever like that,
Listen,
So
just speak the truth. That's what an art room is about.
yes,
Truthfulness
yes,
and giving us
yes.
the information.
I have a a backbone, and we're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to where it is, woo woo, and I appreciate Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because it teaches you, um, to have a backbone, just to say the least, or
Yes.
whatever like that. It teaches you to have
Yes.
a backbone, be independent, and it's if you're not going to get it, if somebody's not going to give it to you, so you got to get it for yourself. And that's
Yes.
always how I look at things. Like, if you're not going to teach me, okay, all I gotta do is look. And then once I look like that, I'm gonna know how to do it. I'm gonna know how to do it better than you.
Okay, now.
That's just how it is. So, and then, see, on the back end of it, I don't mind teaching people. I love to teach people and stuff like that. And we'll get into that a little bit down the line. But yes, do your research. Be committed to what you're going to do. Be consistent and stuff like that. And at least if you're not going to be consistent, be at least do it how you're going to do it and stuff like that. That's the only way I can say, and definitely ask questions and stuff like that. A lot of other things that go into it as well. But yes, do your research.
Okay, okay, all right. I'm gonna move right along while we got good stuff.
Okay.
Am I still good? Am I
Mm-hmm.
buffering? I should talk about it because it's like
Not at all. Right,
oh,
right. Don't even talk. Right. We done
like,
pushed it in the back of our mind now.
okay, yeah. My next question is would you give to someone right now watching this or that will watch this later on that want to go into this field of culinary arts? What advice would you give them?
I would definitely give anybody, excuse me, I would definitely give advice to anyone that is looking to go into any career, and especially this one, to do your research. Do your research, because if you don't know what you're signing up for, that's how a lot of people just get into a pattern or a domino effect of just being inconsistent and, not committing to one thing, is because they don't really know what they're getting themselves into. Culinary, industry is a very aggressive, very forward industry, to where it's sink or swim. A lot of people, they have their pride and stuff like that, and these big egos and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I got a backbone or whatever like that,
Listen,
so
just speak the truth. That's what an art room is about.
yes,
Truthfulness
yes,
and giving us
yes.
the information.
I have a a backbone, and we're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to where it is, woo woo, and I appreciate Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because it teaches you to have a backbone, just to say the least, or
Yes.
whatever like that. It teaches you to have
Yes.
a backbone, be independent, and it's, if you're not going to get it, if somebody's not going to give it to you, so you got to get it for yourself. And that's
Yes.
always how I look at things. Like, if you're not going to teach me, okay, all I gotta do is look. And then once I look right there, I'm gonna know how to do it. I'm gonna know how to do it better than you.
Okay, now.
That's just how it is. So, and then, see, on the back end of it, I don't mind teaching people. I love to teach people and stuff like that. And we'll get into that a little bit down the line. But yes, do your research. Be committed to what you're going to do. Be consistent and stuff like that. And at least if you're not going to be consistent, be at least do it how you're going to do it and stuff like that. That's the only way I can say, and definitely ask questions and stuff like that. A lot of other things that go into it as well. But yes, do your research.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move right along while we got good stuff.
Okay.
Am I still good? Am I
Mm-hmm.
buffering? I should talk about it because
Not at
it's
all.
like,
Right,
oh,
right.
you
Don't
already
even
know.
talk. Right. We done pushed it in the back of our mind now.
Okay, yeah. My next question to you is, what kind of stumbling blocks or roadblocks have you come up against in this field? Being young, being a black man, being in this field, what kind of stumbling blocks or roadblocks have you come up with or come up against being in the culinary arts? Because me just watching television, and I know I'm tripping, but just watching television, I always see older people into that field.
Good
And sometimes,
observation.
on TV, they don't take too kindly to these young black men coming
Mm-hmm.
in and do.
That's a good observation.
So, have you run into any stumbling blocks or roadblocks? And if so, how did you manage to get over it?
Well, for me, and this is just my opinion, if I say anything directly, it'll sound like an excuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back out of that direction or and concept, and I'm just going to go into saying that anything that I was up against, I move forward and I move past it, and you just have to do that in life, period, and stuff like that. But you do come against a lot of things, and I think it's more mental. For me, I believe it was more of a mental. Mental that was stopping me or doing things negatively or out there to prevent me from getting to the next field. Because like you said, there is a lot of older people, there's a lot of more experienced people in the industry, and there's going to be somebody like that anywhere where you go anywhere. Somebody's always going to know something more than you and stuff like that.
Right.
So for me, I believe it was the mentality, and I see myself as a city boy right there. I wasn't that country bumpkin or whatever like that, or excuse my terminology, I don't want to offend anybody or like that, but people from the country like that, they're more experienced to the mom and pop life. They had that to where you can go to a farm, or where they seen things broken down from the rooter to the tutor like that, or they had their grandmother or their nene or their whoever like that
Right.
to
Right.
emulate. I'm not trying to be funny, but we had cooks in our home, and we had cooks in our family, but I wasn't right up and close and personal, because like you said, there's so many of us, that we don't know more like that, or we're sprawled apart like that. Like people,
Right.
and let me just, I do want, let me, just something real quick. Up north in Philadelphia, right
Yes.
there, we are not rude. We are not, ignorant and stuff like that. We have things to do, and we are focused. We are mentally focused. So yes, when you approach us and we don't say nothing to you, or we keep going right there, no, we're just focused right there. Yes, it comes across right there as we ain't got time right there and rude, but no, we just got somewhere to go right there. And I
You
do
get
appreciate.
you get South, you get that oh, you a Yankee. You up
Everybody says that or whatever like that. So I just wanted to clarify that or right there for my, North and South that's watching or whatever like that and stuff like that. We not rude or like that and stuff like that. We just be focused or whatever
no.
like that. So
Yes.
mentally, I've always said that, just getting back into the story like that, I wish that I was, more, further advanced or like that by having those exposures and those different things. Because still, I've never been to a farm before. Like, those are the things that I'm going to tackle, within this year to the next year. Like, I want to go to a farm, see how things is growing, because all that mentally, for me, right there, helps me understand the plant, helps me understand the more of the product, helps me understand more of the ingredient that I'm using, in cooking and stuff like that. And even more, I always say too, I think it was my fault as well for not paying attention to school when I was younger, like that, specifically in geography. Geography and history, I was asleep. You hear me? Because it was just an ignorant way of thinking. Like I said, all this is me mentally right there, deriving me and taking from my own learning or whatever like that. That's why they always say, if you cheat yourself, if you're cheating and stuff like that, you only cheat yourself in the long run or whatever like that.
Yes.
So I just,
Yes.
I wish I could take back just that ignorant thinking when I was young. Just the fact that these people are passed on, and we like, why are we learning about them and stuff like that? They're not here anymore and stuff like that. But now, it bridges and builds a bigger picture like that. So and it helped me even in my in my future learning, because I've always just taken everything that I've learned with me like that, and then learned to just bridge them in with reality and different situations and stuff like that to get me through life and stuff like that. I'm a survivor, so.
Yeah, I know that's right. Let me really briefly, let me just say
Yes.
peace and blessings to all the kings and queens watching this. This is my cousin, Chef Kareem, down south. He's blessing us because he actually has to go to work. So normally this show would be on at 7 p.m., but we're doing it at 10 a.m. so everybody can catch the rebroadcast. Peace and blessings. Hey, Yanni, that's cousin
What's
Kareem.
going on, Yanni?
My girlfriend, my sister Queen Wyatt said my children were able to go to Freddie Hill Farms as a school trip. That's it. She's from Philly. Are you
Okay.
familiar with Freddie Hill's farm, Kareem?
No.
Okay, okay. I don't even
I'm
know
gonna
what
have
Freddie
to
Hill's
see. I'm
farm
gonna have
is.
to look that up.
Yeah, so she can post that information, Wyatt. But peace to all the kings and queens, my people, my friends, my associates. Thank you for watching. Like I said, this is in the Artroom with Nima, and Chef Kareem blessed me with this interview because he could have said, "Look, let's do this another Sunday." And so he's given us the 411 and the ins and outs of his life as a chef, as a certified chef, as a career individual, the ups and downs, the roadblocks, things like that. I'm going to move on to the next question and try to remember it. So I covered roadblocks, I covered advice, I covered how long have you been cooking professionally and so forth. Remember, he's been doing it, he's been cooking for over 20 years, but with his certification, he's been doing it for over 10 years. Let me ask you something. Do you have a favorite dish that you like to cook? Like something that if somebody was to say, I'm gonna hire you to cook for a group of individuals, whatever you want to cook as long as it's not pork. Give us your favorite meal to cook. What would you bring to the table?
So I like how you put that too, because most people say, what is your specialty? And I don't like to say that, because if I told you my specialty, that's the only thing you will come to me for. Like if I say
Okay.
I do hair, that's all you're going to take. That's all you're going to come to me is for a hair. Forget the eyelashes, forget the makeup or whatever like that. So then I'm
Right. Okay.
limiting myself. So I like how you put that. What's my favorite thing to cook? I would say my favorite thing to cook is probably lasagna or whatever like that. It's hearty, it's rich or whatever like that. You can put some folks to sleep.
Yes.
And you can literally derive it any type of way. You can go seafood, you can go beef, you can go white sauce, you can go red sauce. You can,
Wow.
put anything you want. Like most times, I'm telling you, people be like, oh, I don't like onions or like that. I had my homeboy taste my lasagna. It was onions all through up in there. He messed that thing up. He like, onions in here? I said, yes, there's onions in there. He said, I don't even like. I said, I know you don't like onions. You tell me all the time. So people just say what they don't like, but it's just different forms or whatever like that you can produce it or whatever like that to where they'll either never know. And I don't do that all the time because if you don't eat pork, I ain't gonna put pork in your food. That ain't
Oh
right or
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
I'm just saying in general
No.
how people are picky, with different,
Right.
people say they don't like onions because they don't like the raw ones. They don't like them, to where they have them crunch. If you saute them or have them to where they're translucent, to where it's just that flavor right there. It takes on a totally different than. So people just needs to open up their horizons and stuff like that to different things or whatever like that. In different ways. Just like people be like, oh, I don't like apples, but I like applesauce. It's the same thing.
You know what? That's funny. I don't like apples, but I
See?
like apple pie.
And see, for me, I like apple pie. It's warm and stuff like that. I didn't before. Don't. I don't know. I didn't before, but now that I'm older, I like it and stuff like that. I like applesauce. Can't really do fresh fruit, so apples no, unless I blend it or whatever like that. And
Okay.
that's because of the acidity. I think I'm developing like an allergy. I'll be like, or something like that. When I get
Oh, okay.
strawberries, honeydew, any type of fruit like that, and it's I feel bad because I feel like I'm not getting all the nutrition, so I try to either do smoothies or whatever like that, or do them
Oh.
warm. If I do it a different way, it won't something happen, to where I don't get that. But immediately, if I do a pineapple like that, that acidity, I feel like I'm about to throw up. So I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. We gonna move on for all of y'all that's eating
Well,
breakfast at this time
I'm so
and
sorry. I hope everybody's
decided to kick it.
snacking. I'm talking
Listen,
about we all the
listen.
way open.
This is social media,
Okay.
okay? People watch fights, they watch all kinds of stuff on social media. So I'm a move right along, and I'm gonna ask you this: can you please give everybody all of your social media information so they know
Yes.
where to find you?
So I am on Instagram. My personal page and my business page is Kareem, K as in kite, A as in apple, R as in rose, two E's as in Emily, M as in Mary, last name Hutchinson, Hutchinson. That's all one word, and put chef underscore before that. So CHEF underscore Kareem Hutchinson together, and that's it. No capitals and everything like that. I'm also, even if you look up my first and last name on any feed or any social, um, you can pretty much find me. Facebook, I am on YouTube as well. On my YouTube page, you can get entertainment, positivity, any of my playlists as far as like cooking and stuff like that, just extracurricular activities that I do and stuff like that, as far as rollerblading, exercising and stuff like that, health and wellness and stuff like that. And that is it. That's why you got to keep your name clean, because if you put in my name, baby, ain't nothing gonna pop up but positivity. You ain't gonna find nothing crazy, no type of jail photos or whatever like that, snapshots. So you can go ahead and Google me or whatever like that. Also, I'm on LinkedIn as well. So yes.
Okay, can you do me a favor? One of our queens said, can you put your social media in the comments?
Yes, I
Right.
will. I'll do that right now because I
Yes,
know
too
how I went
much.
all off into this long description of what, but I'll
No.
do it. Chef Kareem. Okay. Boom. Okay. And thank you again, cousin. I'm talking about I'm out here enjoying. Hope I ain't perspirating too much, but I'm out here with this little
I can't
tea and
tell.
stuff. I'm
I can't tell. You know
relaxing.
that sun is good for the melanin, so
Right, right. I'm relaxing. So this is beautiful. Okay. That's on Instagram. Okay. We can go ahead and move forward
okay.
whenever you're ready.
All right. So my next question is actually my girlfriend Wyatt asked this question. Do you prepare any vegan meals? Are you good with vegan meals?
Yes, so I understand that the way that the world and the demand is moving is more healthy and more clean. And just as soon as I went to culinary school, I found out so much stuff about the food. I literally didn't want to eat nothing for about 3 to 6 months. It's that bad.
Okay. Well, tell me about that
That's
part.
it. Okay. You know what? She
No,
said,
because
wait.
I'm
She
about to be
said,
like,
wait.
as soon as you finish.
She said, I don't want to hear about that. And I'm telling you, that's how it is. Like, you don't even want to know, because once you know like that, you ain't even going, you're going to be hesitating about eating a whole bunch of stuff right there. But more, oh my God, I'm loud right there. My neighbors is waving and stuff like that. I'm having a good time. But yes, like seriously, and so now knowing what I eat and knowing what it does to you and more the effects that it has on your body long term like that, I've always been proactive with what I put in my mouth, what I do, or whatever like that, because I would rather stop doing what I'm doing, whatever it is, negatively like that, than for a doctor to tell me, okay, you can't have it no more. Stop eating salt,
Right.
stop drinking. Then I'm gonna be wanting to like that. Then it's gonna be more hurting my body or whatever like that,
Right.
purposely or whatever like
Right.
that, or unintentionally or like
Right.
that, to where so. And it happens all the time. It's happening right now. People have diabetes. Older people are not able to consume pork. They can't help themselves. They're literally eating bacon and stuff like that. It happens all the time. So more I am more focused more on eating stuff that's not harming my body like that. I recently I actually did a whole post about it. I made cashew milk or like that, and it wasn't bad. I don't even like drinking whole milk because I just never like whole milk like that. But even if you want to
It
get
comes from
into it.
cow pus. But go ahead.
Yeah, right. Or whatever. I'm just like, I'm like, and then even like, I've never been that type of person to drink the milk at the cereal at the end of the bowl or like that. So it's
No,
just,
me either.
and we're not supposed to be consuming milk like that, milk at all. We're supposed to be drinking goat's milk or whatever like that. We're not even supposed to be consuming cow's milk. We're the only human race that drinks another animal's milk or whatever like that. Cat drinks cat milk, cow drinks cow.
Yeah.
We sit up there, humans. That's like a daggone,
So we're
dog
supposed to
drinking.
drink.
We're supposed to consume goat's milk, or
Really?
yes, yes. If you look it up, we're supposed to be consuming goat's milk and stuff like that. We're not even supposed to be drinking, cow's milk and stuff like that.
I
Goat
didn't know we
milk,
were supposed to be drinking goat's milk, but that's another show. I'm not going to get
right,
into
right.
that. Somebody will be like, well, I Googled and it said, and
Right,
according to
right.
this and
Well,
that.
please, well. There you go. So for anybody that watches this playback like that, go ahead and do your research. And
Yes.
everyone that does their own research, if you look up ghost milk like that, just see what type of milk it is, how it's good on the human body like that, and just because nobody's answer is wrong. Even if we're not supposed to be drinking
Oh,
cow's
right, right,
ghost
right, right.
milk,
I see what you're
now
saying.
you'll know what you're supposed to be consuming, whatever like that. So even if I'm wrong, we'll be learning together. So I'll go ahead and
Yeah,
just say
yeah,
that in
that's
advance.
our disclaimer. Learning together, because I don't want somebody to be like, well, you're not supposed to
Right,
drink anything that comes from an
right,
animal. Because now
right.
you do have those people that are vegans, and so
Yes,
nothing
that
that comes from
from an
another human
animal,
being, another
right?
being,
Yep, and that
should
is
be
true.
consumed.
That is true
Okay.
because even if we want to go further back in biblical terms, like that, we're not really, like you said, we're really not supposed to be, consuming, animal, products or whatever like
And
that.
you know
So
what's so crazy? Not to get into the Bible, but what's so crazy is when we talk about going back to those times, like
because
even
that's
like dinosaurs or
unclean,
whatever,
right?
they were vegetarians and stuff like
Yes,
that. But I'm like,
yes.
wait a minute. In the Bible, didn't they kill a lamb? Didn't they eat a
For a
lamb? What?
sacrifice, right? They
What's
they
the
they kill a
eat?
lamb for a sacrifice, not to
Right,
eat
right.
or whatever like that. But you're right, and
Okay.
even
I
that's
got
why not why because I don't want to get into it like that. But even if we go
you.
into Muslims or whatever like that, they don't eat pork like
Right.
that because it's unclean or like that. But other they'll consume. But just let me go further like that. I do produce vegan cookies at the moment. They are on my Instagram page. I do cook vegan meals, gluten-free meals, pescatarian.
Nice.
So pretty much my job as a chef is to perform any type of work or whatever like that involves food like that. That is a job of a chef like that. That's what we're trained to do is
Right.
to learn food, learn the product and the ingredient, and then produce. So of course, just my area or my lane or someone else's lane may be only vegan, only into this or like
Okay.
that. But of course, I'm still I'm not a vegan myself. I do try to eat as clean as possible and stuff like that. And it's crazy because I can even count the times that I've eaten pork or beef throughout the year. It's getting like that. So for me, I am going to be eventually making some additional life dietary changes and stuff like that. Just to
Okay,
be
good.
more healthy and stuff like that, and
Right, right,
prolong longevity and
right, right.
prolong longevity of life and stuff like that. So.
Yes, 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 yes. And I see my girlfriend Wyatt. Yes, that's why we said what we said, Wyatt. She said Adam and Eve only ate fruits
See,
from the garden
see,
until they were cast out. Absolutely.
see.
So we're the product of the cast out. No, I'm joking.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I know there's another question in there. Social media pages. How long have you been cooking? Advice, stumbling blocks, vegan. Oh, this is what I need to ask you because I noticed that you're actually shipping out now your cookies, your baked goods and stuff. I just wanted to know How is that coming along? If I wanted to order, I'm in Philly. Could I order some cookies from you? Because you're where? Where are you based out?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, if I wanted to order some cookies from you, is that possible? How would I go about that?
Yes, if you want to order any type of cookies, whether vegan or non-vegan, I do have a flavor profile menu on my Instagram. So you can pick from those flavors and I can have them shipped out to you, and they only take 2 days to get to you. I usually
Wow.
do it between Monday through Thursday. If you do Monday, it'll be there Wednesday. If you do Tuesday, it'll be there Thursday, and vice versa. I don't do it any day after Thursday because it'll just be shipping. It'll just be sitting in the shipping, because I didn't even realize, and this is all with living and learning and stuff like that. I did it the first time, and I did it on a Friday, and it didn't even ship out until, or go on the truck until Monday. So I wasn't really happy with that, even though the product was safe and stuff like that, and it is safe like that. Cookies does have a certain shelf life. But still, I like the product to be as fresh as possible. That way, if you don't want to eat it today, you have a longer shelf life at home and stuff like that. But yes, I do ship out my cookies, and yes, just go ahead and you'll have to put in a pre-order and just contact me. And I just wanted to add this note. Anything that anyone may need, so pretty much with the shipping, it has to be dry or shelf life friendly. So pretty much some of my other things that I sell locally, like my cheesecakes and stuff like that, I don't ship those. Something like a pound cake or like that. Like, so even if someone has a product request or like that and needed it or wanted it and stuff like that, we could do something like a pound cake and stuff like that. And then of course the pricings will be, vary like that depending on like that the product or like that, and cookies or whatever it is. They'll have separate prices and stuff like that. But just in case anybody wants to really use my services, have an event and stuff like that, we can do those things like that. Maybe come up with something and make sure it gets to them, in time for their event or something like that. So just wanted to add that note, because a lot of people, they want to ship different things. Can you do this? I'm just like, if it's dairy or time sensitive, can't do it. Can't do it like that. So, just trying to give everybody a little heads up if they want to, plan for an event and maybe, have my services and stuff like that. So starting off small and then everything like that, and then growing, and then eventually I might be anticipated when I go and travel and stuff like that, and actually, start cooking and stuff like that and doing some of my stuff like that. Because people are starting to ask around the States now that even I've been shipping my stuff like that. I might do cheesecakes and stuff like that, but I had to actually travel there and stuff like that. Like, I'm not sure if you know some of those popcorn places and stuff like that, to where they're seasonal and stuff like that, but when they come, they know where they are going to be and stuff like that. They have a location and stuff. So I'm gonna start playing around with that and doing some of that stuff for future reference and stuff like that. And then we'll definitely have some good things coming soon. So I'm excited.
I noticed my girlfriend YS said she ate some Twizzlers last week after purging junk food, and she immediately started feeling sick.
See? Ooh.
I don't like Twizzlers at all.
Oh really? I like Twizzlers, but I don't like black licorice.
I don't like I don't like Twizzlers, and I don't like jelly beans. I used to like them. I don't like jelly beans. But you know what I love that people don't like, and I know this is off topic?
Candy corn. I knew you was going to say that. I knew you was going to say that. Because I think we had I knew it. I knew you was going to say that.
I love candy corn, and people can't stand it. And I don't know why. It seems to me it doesn't go stale. It's very sweet. Like, if you need that sweet, sugary rush, it's like biting into a little ball of sugar. Sometimes
I can only do like one or two, like that back in the day icing or whatever like that. Or remember that thick back in the day icing or whatever like that? Now it's whipped or whatever, but you get an immediate stomach ache.
I love me some candy corn. I'm sorry, I will buy a thing of candy corn and just nibble on it all day, and that takes care of everything. I'm sorry, I love candy corn. I'm gonna leave that alone.
So how you pronounce your friend's name? Wyatt?
Wyatt, yes, Wyatt.
So I know you may know the answer to this, but I'm excited. I want to answer her question and stuff like that. So I kind of do this purposely sometimes. You might go on a maybe like and then I have to be a fast or any label, but if you stop doing anything for 30 days, even in 3 months and stuff like that, your body is going to adjust, and then when you come back and stuff like that, you're not going to be different and stuff like that. Those are all type of levels of detox and stuff like that. Your body, you can stop all type of sugar and stuff like that, and then when you include them back into your diet, your body is going to notice something different like that. Twizzlers are very, very sugary. So yes, if she hasn't had, if that was something that she used to do all the time, and then she, started eating it all over again and stuff like that, yeah, her body might reject it and stuff like that. That's what your body does after detoxing or not having something for a period of time. Once you do it again like that, do it in moderation just to see where your body is and stuff like that. That's a good way to stop doing anything. Tobacco products, stop smoking, stop, learning how to increase or control your sugar intake, your salt intake. That's a very, very good way. So
okay, all right.
He's like, he's right. My body gets sick.
Oh, this is my other girlfriend. She's an author. Yeah, she's an author. And matter of fact, Wyatt is an author. A lot of my friends are authors.
Really? See, okay, yeah, okay. And I'm not surprised because you are too, whatever like that. And I do writing as well.
Yeah, and Wyatt is a professional. We all have our regular everyday jobs, but we have that Superman cape on when we get off that 9 to 5.
Yes. I love it. And I don't know what it is about our family, but we have so many writers and natural writers and stuff like that, and already authors that produce their books and stuff like that, and my grandmother included. So
Alice's Mance and Devara. Aunt Mott, I'm sorry, Aunt Mott. She don't play. She got about 20 books out. I just keep up with her, like 20 books.
And just to get off topic right there, like I'm telling you, or whatever right there, Aunt Lainey too, whatever right there, like it don't even matter right there. Like I'm telling you, the younger generation is the generation that sucks up everything. So if you're the youngest or the youngest child right there, you are a beast or whatever like that. People don't understand that children, all they do is suck it up. I'm talking about, I'm a product of my environment too, whatever like that. Everything that our parents have, our brothers, our sisters have like that, we got it in us too out there. I'm telling you, it's like a whole trifecta or whatever like that. I'm telling you, it's like, we all have it and stuff like that. So it's really no excuses for these young kids not to be doing nothing or whatever like that, out here and stuff like that. They sat up there and sucked up and learned and observed everything, even if it's negative like that. Just learn from that negative and switch it around, man.
Yes, absolutely.
For real.
I love this. This has been a wonderful interview. I know I'm forgetting one question. Like I said, I'm going off the top of my head. And guys, just know, I actually
and you're doing good. You got a memory.
I had them written down. I sent him the questions, and I went to get my questions, and I have ripped them out of the book. So I'm going off the top of my head. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. 101 Poetry. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for tuning in. We're about finished. We're talking to Chef Kareem, native Philadelphian, now residing in Atlanta, Georgia. Is it right? Atlanta, Georgia? Yes. Atlanta, Georgia. Chef Kareem. He posted his social media information. He's talking about preparing food for people that are vegan, that have diabetes. He's talking about his favorite meals to prep. He's talking about living better, trying to live a little healthier, because baby steps. You do what you can when you can. Nobody's forcing a particular lifestyle on you. He also gave us the information on the stumbling blocks and roadblocks that he had within this career of being a certified chef. How long he's been cooking for over 20 years, how long he's been certified for over 10 years. He's been talking about shipping his cookies and his desserts and what that process looks like. So if you missed anything, please go back and watch this video. Please share this video. We're in the Artroom with Nima. I'm here every Sunday, God willing, at 7 p.m. But guess what? If you have something that you have to do and you need to make it earlier, let me know. We can do that, because I'm noticing, and again, we pushed it to the back of our minds, but since we've been on here, there's been no buffering. Maybe because everybody's not up yet. Like I said, I only saw one video recently, which was yesterday, that with a king and queen that I know personally, and I love them, Brother Wawa Washington, who's a poet, author, and sister, oh my gosh, the pen, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me, Adrian the Pen Toombs, thank you. But the king and queen, and it went uninterrupted. It was beautiful. There was no interference or anything. And I've been watching celebrities. I've been watching everybody on YouTube, Facebook, and IG. And there's always some buffering. There's always somebody. Teddy Riley is forever like, y'all got me? Y'all got me? Okay, I'm just gonna play this. This is how close Teddy Riley be. Shout out to anybody. I love Teddy Riley, but he be like this one. Okay, you got me. All right, people. All right, I can't get them. So what we're gonna do is, all right, we're just gonna get back to music. Yep. 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 Like.
Okay. Boy.
That's quick.
Ooh.
Like,
Right,
anyway,
right.
peace and blessings to everybody watching this. I love you for tuning in. I want to make sure I ask all the questions because you did give us a lot of information. I don't want to hold you up because I know you got to go. Look at do you have your questions with you? Because I think I hit all of them.
I would have to, I literally didn't even bring them out with me. I wanted to be just totally, I didn't want to be, whatever like that. And then if I was to click off, if I was to click off, it was, right.
We're not clicking off. So you know what? I believe that I asked all the questions.
You did. You was good. So if you want, you can throw in an extra one like that, or we can just go ahead.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do right now. Do you see, in the near future, do you see yourself writing a cookbook like Chef Kareem's favorite meals or Chef whatever? Do you see yourself writing a cookbook down the line?
Yes. I didn't until you asked the question. I mean, because, but you know what? I never thought about that. I've always thought about, like, okay, what happens if right now, God forbid, or like that something happens to my limbs or whatever like that. What would I do and stuff like that? Yeah, I have my mind or whatever like that. You can always write a book, write cookbooks or like that. Even if somebody say, have a Kareem Hutchinson cook hotline or like that. Hey, Kareem, I'm in the kitchen right now. I need to put this on 350 or 325 like that. It's macaroni and cheese. What are the ingredients? So and I know I done probably gave up an idea right there. Y'all better copyright it before I do.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but no, I'm not like that right there. I'm just totally, everybody can make, it's one world right there. We all can make money or whatever like that because, what I do, somebody else can't do it like that. So yes, I've thought about different options and varieties around that, but I never thought about, actually doing a cookbook. So yeah, why not like that? I'm a writer or whatever like that. I already, and think about, my first book that I'm already supposed to be, writing and stuff like that. But, we're here now and stuff like that. But no. Yes, I wouldn't mind writing a cookbook. That'll be awesome and stuff like that. And because, just to put those different crazy flavor profiles out and stuff like that, that I always, have in my mind and stuff like that because I love doing that, playing with sweet and savory and this and that. So yes, I would love to do something like that and get back to, my society and community one day.
Ooh, the sweet and savory of Chef Kareem. Get it while it's hot, baby.
Right. I like that. I like that.
One on poetry says, was he a chef before he left Philadelphia, or did he acquire his craft while in Atlanta? Yes, come on with them questions.
Okay, I like them questions. So, when I left Philadelphia, I didn't know that there was a Le Cordon Bleu in Philadelphia. It's crazy and stuff like that. But even if I think about it, people are like, well, why'd you leave Philly like that if there's a Le Cordon Bleu right there or like that? The reason why I left, just my town and stuff like that is just to get away from the distractions and stuff like that and just to be even more focused like that. I know you can't do that all the time because anywhere you go is going to be distractions and stuff like that. But I wanted to eliminate those. I didn't want really no one to have access to me, and even people that know me and stuff like that. I literally went AWOL, MIA on all social media platforms and everything like that. I see, there you go. A witness and stuff like that. I literally got off of all platforms. So pretty much it went from me being, knocking around bruises and stuff like that, making my little mistakes in the world and stuff like that, to going right into my education and stuff like that, and then going right into work. So people didn't really see me for real for like a 10-year span because I was working Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, every holiday. Right. People don't understand that when there's an event, there's food. So when there's an event, there's fashion. When there's the event, there's design or whatever like that. All those fields or like that, there's somebody or like that in place that can't be with their families or like that. And one of them was me or like that. So I literally, people don't understand like that. So I put it all the time on my social media platforms and stuff like that. Like people don't understand what success is and what it takes to get there. Those missed opportunities, those missed moments, those missed birthdays or whatever like that. I haven't seen my daggone nieces and nephews or like that for about 3-4 years or whatever like that. Those things that people don't look at or like that in order to get where you are, you're going to have to not be there or whatever like that and stuff like that. So, and I'm not going to lie, I took in time and turns like that to where, okay, now it's enough is enough. Now I can say this. Now I've been, a little bit longevity in my career to where I'm like, anything with the evenings, you can go ahead and count me out. Anything with the weekends, you can go ahead and count me out. Because no, seriously, right there. Now it's
I
time to
got
where
you.
I
I
make
got
my
you.
money, and win or whatever like that. You should be able to do that and stuff like that. I open it up a little bit. I'm not like all like that. For certain times. I wasn't thinking about it. About they want to event on the weekend. I'm not going to be available, but for the most part, people, you can constrain your time and control it with any type of longevity that you put. I've done my my work and my time and stuff like that. So yes, when I
Okay.
came to Atlanta, like that, just to reiterate like that, I went to culinary school and stuff like that. I didn't know what school I was going to go to, so it's crazy how it happened because I was just like, I know I want to go down here for school, but I don't know where I want to go. And then how it happened. So literally, I started seeing these white coats and stuff like that, going down and stuff like that. I'm just like, where they coming from? Where they go like that? Literally, it was the Lakota people, students and stuff like that, in their white chef coats and stuff like that. Literally, I was, nervous or like that. This is another thing like that. Anything you want to do, just go for it. Don't be scared or whatever like that. Because I was nervous for a little bit, and then my roommate was just like, just go with it. I'm just like, no, they're gonna charge me all this money, and I'm gonna have to pay something before I go. Girl, they wiped the daggone fee or whatever like that, the application fee they wiped out like that, so I was able to sign up for free, whatever like that. Literally, they signed me up for financial aid and stuff like that, and I was started like that literally within a month and stuff like that. So I literally started culinary school, went in for 2 years because if you go for a year, you get a certification. Of course,
Okay.
I wanted all of it like that. If you go for 2 years,
Oh,
you
that's
get
right.
an associate like that. People don't understand that the difference like that. When you go for just the certification, you just get the cooking aspect of it. When you go for 2 years, you get the sociology, you get the psychology, you get the math, you get the this, you get the that. People don't understand that you have to take all those classes, but what does it take to sell something to somebody else? You have to have that speech. You have to have this right there. You have to be well informed. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to learn how to talk to somebody. Because you can't be,
Okay.
oh, you want to buy my cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to be funny like
Yeah.
that, but you have to be, some type of etiquette like that. And those curriculums and those classes that they set up is to set somebody up totally to be, informed or whatever like that, or informed to somebody else like that, or to sell and stuff like that. They even set you up with, all type of cost control or whatever like that. From this plate, how much is the mashed potatoes? How much is the chicken or whatever like that? How much is this or like that? That way, you're getting your full profit when you sell it or whatever like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it and everything like that. So, and I'm just going to take everybody through my little education like that. I went 2 years. Because people are like, how did you get a master's degree in 1 year like that? I went to associate's degree and got my culinary for 2 years like that. I went back in a year. I didn't know I was going to do it like that, but I said I want to go back in a year like that. I want to take a year off. People say don't do that because you don't really go back in a year. I literally went back in just about that same time frame in a year, and everything progressed and stuff like that. So I got my associates in culinary, then I went back for my bachelor's in business with the underlining of with the focal point on management, and then I went for my master's in business with an underlining of entrepreneurship, and those two other degrees with the American Intercontinental University.
Wow.
So literally
You
those
just made
those
me dizzy
credits,
with
those
all that education.
those
No, I'm just
credits transfer over or whatever like that. So I literally got my bachelor's degree in a year, and then I didn't even stop. I finished on July 2nd, had a break for July. Well, I finished on July 3rd, had a break for July 4th, and started my master's July 5th. So I literally did back to back to back to back degrees or whatever like that and stuff. And now it's just time to make money and stabilize myself. If I do go back, it'll be for a doctor's degree like that. But that's way down the line or whatever like that. I was going to
that.
stop, but somebody was just like, you might well have them calling you doctor. And I'm just like, you damn right. Okay.
Dr.
Like,
Kareem, Dr. Hutchinson. I
we
know
out
that's
here, and I'm not trying to be funny, but like just to give y'all a little bit more information like that. Thank you so much. Trump or like that out here trying to take these programs away, these government programs or whatever like that. I don't believe in all government programs or like that because yes, there are out there to be used or whatever like that. And I was raised on government assistance program too or like that. Coming up or like that. I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna lie like that. But at some point we had to get away from those like that because those stunt our growth. Those keep us into our tax bracket to where now we don't know what it really is or whatever like that to spend this amount of money or like that because we don't have that much amount of money to spend. And even when we do like that, it's immediately stashed away by bills and stuff like that. So it's just those programs, if you stay on them for too long like that, it is a crutch or whatever like that, and it will break you for in the long run.
Oh wow.
And I just wanted to,
Okay. Wow.
that's a little bit of information for our culture or whatever like that, and stuff, just to,
Wow.
go ahead and get what you need to get early, or whatever like that, so we can be good as a whole, you know.
See, this is what you get when you come in the art room when there's no buffering. You stop talking about the buffering. This is what you get in the art room. You get good guests, you get information, you get knowledge, you get to share information because we don't know everything.
And that's what I'm about.
Together.
And I don't know everything either.
We're sharing information, so if you're watching this video and you disagree with something, you can respectfully, because I'll delete your comments.
I know, listen, I'm the same way when I'm on YouTube. Same thing.
We can respectfully agree to disagree. That's who we are. We're individuals. We have our different opinions and styles and so forth, you know. But again, this is my life. Sorry, let me stop. I love you guys. I want to make sure I get every question. I think I've asked every question. I know you have things to do. But I just love the fact that you came on here. I appreciate you, Kareem.
No problem.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for. Oh, and speaking of chefs, because I see Yanni, my niece.
Yanni, my cousin is a chef. Yes.
Coach Yanni works in diet, and she prepares a lot of meals. And I mean, people love her food. And she creates. I mean, she not only cooks where she works, but she creates these menus and things like that. And you know, when she has spare time, she's cooking at home and she's bringing us, you know, platters and trays, and it's like, oh my gosh, girl. Yeah. You know, so whatever. But I just wanted to give her a shout out. One on Poetry said, Mama used to say money will burn a hole in our hands. Yep. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Dark_man_blues joint. Thank you for coming. Please watch. Oh, it says 13 minutes remaining. Oh, they letting us know.
See, yeah, and I'm glad. That's why I'm glad we got everything in order.
Oh, I know it's 6 seconds remaining. It says 6. So Hey guys, I'm back. So since IG interrupted us, I just wanted to properly get off the show. So I'm going to bring Chef Kareem back on. Let me see if I can get him. Let me wait and see when he comes back on. But wow, that was new. IG, they let me know at the top of my page, like, oh, you got, I thought it was 15 minutes remaining. It's like 15 seconds. I'm like, wait, what? What's happening here? So I guess that's why there was no buffering, because they let us know, like, yeah, we let you get away with this time. So I'm going to wait for Kareem to come back on really quickly, Chef Kareem, and I'm going to bring him on just so we can end the live properly, because all of a sudden it was like countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they stopped us. So I just wanted to, if he comes back in, I don't see him in the room, so I just wanted to add this. I already posted the show in the Art Room with Nima, and it's posted. So please go and check that show out. But I was hoping, I told him that I was going to come back on. So that way, let me see. I see 2 people. I don't see him in the room. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, everyone. Oh, there he is. Okay, let me bring him back in the room really quick. Okay. All right, I'm sending requests now. All right, let's push this, and let's see if we can bring him. I'm pushing it. Let's see if they let us get away with it on IG. It says sent a request to be in your video. Yes. Okay, here it goes. Okay.
Here we go.
So really quickly, since IG was like, we shutting y'all down, I just want to say really quickly the proper way. Thank you so much, Chef Kareem, for joining me in the Art Room. I already posted the interview. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chef Kareem, native Philadelphian, now resident of Atlanta, Georgia, certified, degree-having, carrying chef in ATL. Please look up his page. Check out all his information. He left his information. He told you about his stumbling blocks, his roadblocks, how long he's been in the business, information on shipping his cookies and things like that to you out of state. better living. We touched on some of everything. So please check his page out. Go to his page. And one last thing, do you have anything on YouTube that shows you preparing anything?
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted them to, or if if you go on my YouTube page, you can definitely see different playlists of me cooking, like full-fledged cooking. Some of them is actually prepping and stuff like that, but a lot of them is just full cooking in the kitchen and stuff like that, where they can see and even like fabrication of fish and stuff like that, which is just cutting fillets of fish and stuff like that. And also my new series Talvon Talks, where you can go on there and be encouraged. So my slogan is, life is inevitable without knowledge, understanding, and life experiences. So, I just love to preach positivity and stuff like that. You can go on there and hear some of my, past situations that I struggle with and stuff like that. And I just believe that everybody wants everybody to go in a positive direction, but there's not people to get you there, or to see your way, or like that, or to even uplift you through that process, because that process is the hardest part to get to your purpose and stuff like that. So, I'm all about positivity and giving back or whatever like that, and everything like that, in all type of different ways like that, especially, verbally using my gift and stuff like that. So if you see some type of stuff on there, I'm just giving people, a little heads up like that. Some is erotic or and stuff like that, or explicit and everything like that, getting, my thoughts across or whatever like that, because some stuff don't need to be sugar-coated. Even, you got some stuff on there with what's going on today, COVID-19 and racism and stuff like that. Just take the good out of this time and stuff like that. Where are you, where you are and stuff like that. And if you're not where you want to be, go ahead and make those notions to get where you want to be and stuff like that, in this time where we do have a lot of our time, to ourselves and stuff like that. So I also wanted to thank everybody, for watching and stuff like that, and for Nima Shiningstar for giving me this opportunity. I love that. Like, you see, peace of blessings. I love that. You don't understand. That breaks my day when you say peace of blessings. That's all, or whatever like that. So,
anything
else is a plus.
Listen. Yes, peace and blessings to you, cousin. Thank you for coming on. Peace and blessings to everyone watching this. I see new people tuning in. So if you missed it, it's already posted in the Art Room with Nima with Chef Kareem. Go and watch it. Leave some comments. If he sees it, he can still address your comments. I can address your comments later on down the line. That's the beauty in a replay. And even with this part, for those that didn't get to see this part, because I wanted to end it properly, because IG just jumped on and was like, 5, 4, like a Janet Jackson song.
Yeah.
Like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm
like, okay. We're all
you can tell we family. You can tell we family. We so animated.
Better way of life. I'm old school.
We animated. We family.
Yes,
and what the crazy thing is? God allowed the whole interview to be perfect like that. Now it's starting to be buffering or whatever like that. So we good.
See, there you go. All right, I love you. Have a great day. Thank you. Peace.
No problem.
All right.